Hey, real quick, I want to explain the male advice that I'm giving to my daughter because I know a lot of you ladies are like, nah, if he's playing games, just walk away. I 1000% agree. When you listen to these videos where I'm giving my daughter advice, no, I'm giving advice on 3 different individuals. And I just want to explain the perspective. The video where I'm sitting in the car with my daughter and I'm telling her, okay, this is how you play the game. I'm teaching my daughter that this particular guy, when you hear the circumstances, your mind automatically says, just move on, sis. My mind automatically says, just move on, sis. But also, what I also know is, if it is a circumstance or a person that you don't really care about, now you got a chance to try out all those theories, all those things that you've been thinking, I wonder if this will work, I wonder if this will work. Try it out on the person that doesn't matter to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the advice that I'm giving. And the parallel that I can make is like a job. You have a job that you don't care about. You know, you don't like the way the manager talks to you. You don't like the way they're treating you. You don't like the way they get over your schedule and stuff like that. Practice being assertive. Practice speaking up for yourself, because these are all behaviors and characteristics that you must develop for yourself. Do you want to develop them in a situation that actually matters to you, or do you want to get some practice in some areas that don't matter? I don't give a fuck about this job. So what you're not going to do is talk to me sideways. Now, of course, you're going to articulate yourself in a non-inflammatory way so that you get the best possible result. And if they fire you, who cares? Because you practice being assertive, you practice setting your standards. And then when you actually get the job that you do desire, you're not going to let some prick ruin it for you, because you don't know how to speak up for yourself and they're just running all over you. So now fast forward to the boys. This little boy where I'm talking to her in the car, I'm not telling her, just give him a chance, give him a chance. You're lucky somebody likes you. No, that's not the energy that I'm moving under at all. The energy that I'm moving under is, you don't give a fuck about this dude, but you need to develop these skills. So practice on this dude. See if he's capable of evolving. And if he is, then this is somebody you can work with. Not him, but practice your abilities to see, is this a skill that I can develop, and does this theory work? All right, so I'm not telling her to try to get someone who has played her to continue to play her. I'm telling her, use this dude as a training ground so that when you do like a guy, you know how to maneuver it. All right, so the other guy is some guy who ghosted her because she said or did something that he didn't like in this generation and previous generations as well. But in this generation, we feel if someone bothers us or says something we don't like, we now just fall silent. But the unfortunate thing in that is there's no progress in silence. It's actually just causing a bigger ravine between you and whoever the person is. Now, this person, I am telling her, you maybe have some patience with this individual, because this individual is caught up in the cycle of this is just how we handle these situations. You understand, people only know how to move how they know how to move. And if a guy wants to be cool, he's going to move like most boys and most men do. So now you have to use your spirit of discernment, which is the skill I'm teaching her from the boy that doesn't matter, is, okay, is this guy truly moving in this energy, or is this guy using known tactics, known techniques? When this happens, you do this. When this happens, you do this. Well, is he moving in that cycle of energy, or does he know to do different? So this person, where there wasn't any type of disrespect outside of, hey, you did something and now I'm going to just go fall silent, because this boy actually said in previous conversations, if these type of circumstances happen, I just go silent. So she knew ahead of time that this is his behavior. So now, if he does choose to come back, do you continue to, you stop talking to me, or do you have the adult conversation that says, this isn't how we handle conflict in this relationship. You can handle conflict this way in other relationships if that's how you choose. But in this particular relationship, this isn't how we handle conflict. And in that space, now we can see if this person is someone who is coachable and teachable, a technique and a practice that we develop with the motherfucker that we don't care about. Now this one we actually care about, and he has shown, okay, I understand how I handled that is how society tells me to handle that, but I understand there's a more mature and progressive way to handle it, and now we can move forward. But we learned how to manipulate and develop these skills of actually being able to cooperate with others. We learned it from the motherfucking situations that we don't care about. So we have to practice somewhere. All these men and all these women, but all these men who talk about, oh, she's the one that got away. Why did she get away? It's because you treat everyone like a hoe until you meet your wife. But if you treat everyone like a hoe until you meet your wife, when you meet your wife, how you gonna treat her? Too many wives stick around and wait for him to learn how to treat her when he should have been learning how to treat her when he was fucking around with them hoes. The third guy I don't like. I want her to leave him alone, because this is the guy that is going to drag her for years until she wakes up to the fact that he's dragging her for years. But she reminded me in their childhood, because all three of these guys, because we piss in the same pool that we swim in. Everybody's just cycling through. Chances are you're messing around with the same people you've messed around with your whole life. You may have jumped to a new circle, but you're still messing around within that circle. That's what we do, creatures of habit. Think about it when your friends like, oh, she dating Johnny. Oh, yeah, I like Johnny. Versus, oh, she dating Johnny. Yeah, I don't know him. We rarely go outside of our circle. So these three individuals that I'm talking about are people that she's known since middle school. And so she's grown up with these people, and at some point in growing up, friends cross lines into lovers, because we don't just, especially our first times, we don't go find a complete stranger to give our bodies to. We give our bodies to someone that we've known and who has been our friend. Now, the unfortunate thing about with these boys is once the body has entered the chat, they turn from being humans and they turn into dog-ass behaviors. So this present one that I'm talking about now, I don't like this little boy, because he is all of the stereotypical little boy trying to treat my daughter like some chump ass. So when I am working with my daughter, and this is everything that you guys are talking about, this is what I tell her: leave him alone. The first video, practice all your techniques on him, because he doesn't matter, but he's around, so practice on him. When he runs off, you know how far you could push it. You understand? We have to practice somewhere. The second guy, I like him. He has potential. He just needs to learn how to move and navigate in an honorable way. If no one's ever taught him, he's learning from his peers. These men and these boys are going to move in ways that they know how to move, mostly because they're getting their advice from other men on how to navigate women, which is really stupid to me. But, they're getting advice from other men, so they don't know how to treat a female. But is he open to learning? And those are the ones, y'all want a ready-made man when he ain't ever been taught. Oh, he needs to be already where he needs to be. How? How can someone who is just now coming into your life, you special being that you think you are one of one. How can a man now come into your life with you being one of one, knowing how to treat you? He has to be coachable. So for you guys, you're like, just walk away. No. You have to find someone that is coachable, who trusts you enough to continue raising him to your standards. No one's going to come into your life at your standards. You have to wait for someone to come into your life who is ready to align with your standards, but you also have to be able to align to their standards. It's a 50-50 yielding in a relationship. That is true submission.